Delayed execution is an important factor in JavaScript. The debounce time operator is one of many timing operators provided by RxJS. It's also probably the one you'll use most often. We start by creating a 5-second interval observable, then in the pipe add the debounce time operator, passing 5000 milliseconds as the argument. For comparison purposes, also important, add the skip until operator, passing the observable itself as the only argument. We'll get to this operator in a moment. For now, just comment it out and run the code. We get the original data logged to the console, and then 5 seconds later, the transformed data. Now switch up the operators and rerun. We once again get the original data, but this time no transformed data. And that's because skip until doesn't retain or buffer the value of the observable and then spit it out. It simply ignores everything until the observable it is passed as an argument emits a value. Because our transformed data is subscribed to immediately and not again anytime after 5 seconds, which is when the interval observable first emits a value, the transformed data value is ignored. Next we have the skip operator, which simply skips a specified number of emissions. Add several duplicate observable emissions, and then in the pipe add skip and pass 3. And there's the expected result: 5 original emissions and only 2 of the transformed data. Take is another useful operator for reasons that will become obvious once you start working with hot observables in your application. Mix up the data emissions of the source observable and change skip to take 2. And if you get this squiggly red error line here, it's because of the read-only type we defined earlier. Simply change the observable casting to type any as a workaround. And in the console, we get only the first 2 values. Similar to take is first, but which you aren't going to win an award for guessing what it does. Likewise last, which gives us the final emission of the observable, or will it? What's going on here? There seems to be no statement of the transformed data. The reason is that our observable never completes. The stream, much like those of great application UIs, is live, meaning the last emission is not known by RxJS. We make it known in this case by finishing the observable with a complete call. And to demonstrate, we can introduce another operator, namely the takeLast operator, which takes the last X number of emissions. Change the operator to takeLast 3, and for some variance, all the observable emissions to delayed emissions of random data using the setTimeout method. Be sure to call complete as the last method after the previous setTimeout method has fired. We get the original data, and then the final 3 emissions. If we didn't include the complete statement, we get nothing here.